Good morning, guys. It is Saturday here. Aaron actually works this weekend, but yeah, he's at home with Natalee and Liam because they're all kind of the people who would rather stay at home. It's understandable. But me, Melissa, Violet, and Aria are out. We're actually picking up my mom. We have a homeschool PE thing on Monday, and I just realized we don't have the basketballs we need for that. So we are gonna go run in to Walmart and get some balls, basketballs and play balls, things like that. And then I also realized one of my dinner plans for one night, I just wrote down the dinner plan and I didn't get every single thing I needed. I didn't add all the ingredients to my grocery list. I'm just missing 2 things. So I'm gonna stop and get, I think it's just 2. Yeah, 2 things. I can get them a lot cheaper, I think, at Aldi, so I might do 2 different stops, or I might just do it all at Walmart. We'll see. And I have to stop and meet somebody. I'm buying something from Marketplace for $2. I'm getting Aria 3 shirts and 3 pairs of pants, and they're all cute. So I'm like, for $2, I will meet you there and get that. So those are our plans. It's actually been very stormy here, as you know. And I woke up with a horrible migraine, horrible, like couldn't stand the sound of anything. But I drank my coffee and I had 2 Excedrins, and so my pain is gone, but Excedrin oftentimes makes me really sleepy. So I'm very sleepy, but at least I'm not in pain. I would rather be sleepy than in pain, and I'm still gonna just work on my to-do list because if you don't, nothing gets done. So we're gonna go and run our errands and see where the day takes us. We decided we did not have enough time to run to the stores and get back on this side of town for Goodwill. So we're just gonna hang around here. We stopped and got a Sonic drink, and we're gonna hang out here until we meet the lady. And yeah, so we are browsing the clothes. I'm gonna see if they have any balls here also. Aria and Violet have found the joy of the stuffy bin. What did you find, Sissy? What did you find? They have a big bird in there too. Violet. Oh. It's a big rainbow dash. What's so cute?
Oh, you want that one? No.
Just don't put the one you brought in back. Look at this king-size headboard. Isn't that wonderful? And look at my next find. This big dresser, so we have enough room for everything. Alright, so we're at Walmart. Found 3 basketballs. Goodwill didn't have any. Melissa and my mom, we split up to save time. So they went to get what they need. Look, Instant Pots, $49. And look at these, $10.98. This is so darn cute. Wouldn't hold all I need. I have this at home, it holds a whole lot. Aren't those adorable? Alright, now we gotta go get a couple of food things and we'll be good to go. Alright, so Alyssa's already eating, but here's everyone else's plate. We just got home and I started cooking. Aaron and some of the kids are in the den trying to put together or set up the TV stand and headboard that we got at Goodwill. I'll show you guys that in a little bit, but we're gonna go and sit down and have our dinner. Alright, our dinner is eaten. Aaron has gone off to work, but he did get the new dresser set up, and the headboard will be real easy, so I'll just do that in a little bit. And thank you, Mom. My mom was with us shopping and she picked up those 2 things for us. It was so sweet. We were very excited about it. I thought that I would go ahead and show you what I picked up from Goodwill. Since I took you guys in there, I'll show you what I got. Okay, so all the kids got a stuffy, but they have carried them off. So this is Alyssa's though. So I'll show y'all. Isn't that cute? She loves otters, so she'll enjoy that. Picked up this little shirt for Aria because it was her size. Then I got me some mama shirts, a lot of mama shirts here. So we'll just kind of do a flip through. There's that one. This one says, never get up, give up. You should always get up, never give up. And it's just a comfy sweatshirt. Then I got this stripedy undershirt for this cute purple zipper shirt with a little tie. Pretty cute. And then this is fun. Isn't this fun? I love all the patterns and colors. And then this super cute fall top. It's got the little tie knot. I like those. So Aaron's so funny. I have a green shirt that has a tie knot in it. And he said to me, I'm wearing it today. And he said to me, why do you always only tie that shirt? You don't tie your other shirts. And I'm like, it came that way. I have no choice. I thought that was funny. And then just this maroon colored shirt. It looks a lot more pinkish red in the camera with another little tie. So some fun fall new clothes for mama. We gotta get ourselves stuff sometimes too, don't we? So I really needed some new fall clothes, especially this Trim Healthy Mama thing is kind of working. So I needed a few smaller sizes, not drastically, but a little bit, okay? Proud of myself here. Now, sometimes Goodwill has great books, sometimes they don't, but sometimes I'm so surprised. I will go into Goodwill and they will always have books that are on my reading list. Like, not every time, but I'm telling you, I feel the urge to go, I go, they have things. So every single one of these, I had both of these on hold at the library for the kids. I have some crafts to do with the little ones with these coming up, and so they were there, and I thought, these are 50 cents. Why not just buy them and keep them and we can read them over and over? And this one was $1 because it's like a hardback board book. But this is a great book, so I thought that'll be fun. Aria will like to look through that a lot. And then down here for family read-alouds. This is the only one that wasn't on my list because I had never heard about it. But it has to do with the Holocaust. And it just sounded really good. So, oh look, it's the author of the Read Aloud Handbook that wrote the back of this, wrote the little whatever, our author's note type thing. So giving it praises, so that is cool. And then Tuesdays at the Castle, Sarah McKenzie, who does Read Aloud Revival, she talks about this book a lot, and so I've been wanting to read it for a long time, and I've just never gotten around to it. For the kids, I want to read it to the kids, so I picked that up. And then I've just heard good things about Enoch Rise, so that will be fun. And then Number of the Stars, which is sad, but it's good. It was actually one of my favorites when I was little, and these two can kind of go together. And I was going to get this from the library and use it with a literature unit study we're going to do. So now I own it, so that'll make that handy. I like owning books, then you don't have to worry about dog-earing it, or I like to bend them. I know some of you book people will go nuts, but when I'm reading a book, sometimes I like to bend it back a little bit, make it real easy to hold. So when it's mine, I can do whatever I want to them. So that was my Goodwill haul. Like I said, all the kids got a stuffy. Natalie got a sweatshirt. She's wearing it, so I can't show you. It's emoji and a sparkly thing. It's cute. And Lissa got a new bedspread. I'll see if I can show you that in a minute. And then I went to Goodwill because I was meeting a lady there. I was buying some things on Marketplace. She was selling all of these clothes for $2. They're Aria size. So we have this super cute look. It's got a little bow. I'm thinking she can wear this to church tomorrow. So cute. And it even has the tag still on it. Look at that. $40. And these little pants that come with it, I mean, precious. And then 2 pairs of jeans. Violet won't wear jeans, but Aria does, so this works well. 2 pairs, and they look brand new, I'm telling you. The lady must just been feeling like getting rid of stuff because $2. And then 2 long sleeve shirts, so sweet and love. And then she has some hand-me-downs from Violet for last fall, so this will just fill in some gaps, give her a couple of new outfits. And yeah, I thought that was such a good deal. So that's our goodies. I'll go show you Lissa's bedspread. Luna's gonna show the bed. Luna, tell us what's the, oh, okay, or leave. So it's hard to see kind of in here, it's a dark room, but it is white with gold polka dots, and it's soft and fluffy. You like it? Yeah, perks of going with mom, huh? Yes. Yeah, you usually get more stuff if you come along. Okay, so my room is a mess, and we still have the old TV stand right here. Aaron had to leave for work, so he was just in a hurry. So it's a mess, but this, well, this is our TV. Liam's playing a game. This is the dresser that we got. Obviously, I need to clean up and whatnot. But yeah, so this is wonderful. We don't have enough space for all of our clothes in the dresser me and Aaron share. So the top 3 drawers I'm going to use for like game stuff. Yeah. And, oh, are you writing hi YouTube? Yeah. And the bottom 4 will be for Aaron. And here's what we got this. It was $65. So really good deal, right? Hold on, sister, I'm going to show them. And then when the Goodwill people were loading it into Aaron's truck, they didn't take out the drawers. 2 of them fell out and cracked. So they gave us 20 back. And my mom's handy with this kind of stuff, and she'll come try to fix it for me. But that made me so sad. I'm glad they gave me 20 back. But, I mean, that's just not cool. And here is this headboard, you guys. I got this for, well, my mom, for $20. And it's like perfect. And now I want to go buy new bedding. Yeah, it is great. So I'm thinking maybe yellow and white bedding. But anyway, a good day to stop in at Goodwill. With a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid splendid Scottish reel. Can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. Yeah, those are the lions, aren't they? Which one's your favorite animal? Is it hard? Oh, the giraffe? Gerald, the giraffe? I like him too.
I'm dancing.
Yeah, he's dancing.
Dancing and the bell and was dancing off the belly. Was doing that.
Your face is dirty from your dessert. Did you have a fudge-sicle after your lunch?
A potato.
Yeah, it was a chocolate popsicle, so those are fudge-sickles. Was it good? I just tried to say this all to you outside, but it was too humid, it fogged up my lens. So what I was talking about was I had asked in my community tab for everyone to pray for the Mills family because, as you know, they've lost Andrea, and it was very quick and very sudden. They didn't have time to prepare for it. If you don't know who she is, she has a YouTube channel, and I will link that. But she was a wonderful mama. She was pregnant with her 10th baby, which she lost. She died of cancer, and it was very sudden. But she had 9 other kids, and she was just a wonderful mother. She homeschooled. She was a homemaker. She was incredibly crafty and organized, and she just poured her whole entire heart and soul into her babies, you know, her children, her husband. There was not an ounce of her she didn't give to them, and she was amazing at what she did. So I did talk with a lot of you guys in the community tab because I know the whole YouTube community is just grieving and mourning Andrea. My whole house and my family, we were praying and praying. We've been so sad. My kids were upset. It was just, it's hard, and it hits real close to home, and it's kind of shocking. It kind of rocks your world a little bit. So, and I wasn't gonna even talk about it on video. I felt like people would think you were out for attention. People might come to your video because of that. So I'm not going to even mention this in my title or descriptions or anything, because that is not the point of this. The point of this was just that it shows really how strong like the YouTube community is, and how all of us mamas who do this and the ones who watch, we all really band together and stick together, and we're there for one another. And I can't imagine, hold on, I can't imagine. I don't think I can talk about it anymore. But I hope her family feels all the love that they're receiving. And I hope that they manage and they do okay. And I know that God will carry them. He has them all in his arms. And Andrea's up in heaven holding her little baby. And they are rocking. And they're just waiting to see everyone else. So we can take comfort in that she's up in heaven with God and her baby. And she's happy to have someone to love on while she's up there. And so I know there's been a few other videos who have talked about this. I watched Jay Morel's this morning, and people were kind of giving her a hard time because she called her Andrea. And I thought that was so silly, because I know Jay Morel has been, you know, in close contact with Andrea. They've been friends on YouTube and everything, and just like I accidentally just called Jay Morel Jay Morel. My name is Chelsea, and because of how it's spelled, a lot of times people will think it's Chelsea, and I get that a lot, and people giving her all kinds of hard times for how she pronounced it, when you could tell her words were very heartfelt, and that she meant it, and she was not doing the video for attention. She had people ask, I saw in her comments, people asking her to do it, and I just think, why are people jumping down her throat over it? But in times of loss, people act and feel all kinds of different ways, and it might be coming from a place of that, you know, when we lose, sometimes we can be kind of, I don't want to say spiteful, but our words will come out harsher than we seem. And so maybe people commenting negative things, maybe they're having a harder time with the loss, and that's just their natural reaction to loss. You know, we don't know, because we don't know those people, but so that might just be them. They might not trying to be mean and hateful. That just might be how they're responding to the loss. So I know Jay Morel, has a good video where she talks about Andrea, and she just gives her all kinds of praises because Andrea deserves it. And her family has a GoFundMe set up. You know, Tom, her husband, Andrea's husband, does a home business, and they homeschool all of their 9 children. And so if you want to support that GoFundMe account, I'll see if I can link that also. And it just helps him to be able to stay home longer with the kids before he needs to start working. And, you know, even if he didn't have all the kids, he needs time to mourn and grieve properly. In my opinion, it takes time, and if we rush it and try to get back to things, we're not doing ourselves any favors. And so if you can help, if you want to donate any amount at all, I'm sure that the family would be very appreciative. There's been a lot of donations. There's been people doing all kinds of wonderful things. I saw Tom say that someone had offered to make a blanket for them out of all of Andrea's shirts, well, some of them, and so they mailed off some shirts, and she's going to make a blanket for them. And I thought, what a wonderful thing for him and the children to have. And of course they have all of her videos, and that's another thing. It's like, we document our lives really well these days, and I think that's a really good thing, because then our children and our other family members have something to look back on and see, wow, you know, that's amazing. Especially because Andrea has a lot of younger kids. They're not going to remember Mama, and she loved them so much and so well that I'm glad they have something to look back on and know that Mama loved them. Anywho, I also have another friend. She's a new friend to me. We're friends on YouTube, and she's actually over in England, and so I might be a nerd, but I love watching vloggers from over there because I love the accent. In Australia, I love watching what they get from the grocery store, because their food's always packaged so interesting, and it's just, and they call it different things, and so it's a hoot. I like it. But her channel is Home Educating the Mad Labs. She also has a really cool blog and Facebook page, and I'll link all of that. But she's just a new friend I have found on YouTube and Facebook. And I have a lot of fun watching her and her family. She homeschools over there, and in her community there's not a lot of homeschool moms, and so she uses YouTube as a way to kind of feel more normal, because it is, if you don't have a lot of homeschool families in your community, you feel like an oddball, and it's really hard to do. It's one thing if maybe just your family's not for you, but if a whole community is kind of like, what are you doing? You have to be incredibly strong and incredibly brave. And I mean, that is true, to go against the grain of everything that you're taught, that's in your community. That takes, I would say, a lot of balls, but that seems kind of rude, but it really does. And anyway, so I like watching her and her family, and she has great insight on homeschooling. So if you're a homeschool mama and you want some more inspiration, or you just are like me and you like to watch people with accents because I'm weird like that, head over to her channel, check her out. She does days in the life, she does a lot of sit downs, and she does some grocery hauls and things like that. And then she has, like I said, a blog over on, or she has a Facebook page and a blog, so very cool. But she did, I watched her video today, and she shared a little bit on Andrea Mills and how Andrea was one of the first ladies who made her feel normal in homeschooling and just gave her a lot of encouragement. And I was watching her talk about Andrea, and I just got chills all over. You could tell that Andrea really meant a lot to her, and I think Andrea really meant a lot to all of us and to everybody. And she has a lot of people mourning for her and praying for her family, and like I said, I hope her family feels all that love and that prayer, and I hope that that's helping a little bit. I can't even imagine, like I said, but they have a lot of people in their corner. And so yeah, like I said, this morning I watched Jay Morrell, and I watched Home Educating the Mad Labs, and I just really loved what those two ladies had to say. So if you're also grieving Andrea and you want to kind of reach out and hear other mamas talking, I feel like that helps. We need to talk about it. We need to talk when something bad happens, when it's a tragedy, when someone dies. Talk and connect with each other, with one another, because that's going to help all of us cope and grieve properly and be able to move on. And I think that's what Tom is doing. I know he had to apologize for some of his videos. I did not find any of them distasteful. I felt like that is how he needed to grieve, and it helped him to connect. You have to think of that. He was sharing updates as she was in the hospital, and I think some people thought like it was weird, but a lot of people really enjoyed it and were really thankful for it. But when he's doing those live videos, he's connecting with all of the subscribers out there, and they're giving him feedback and prayer and support, and that's a way for him to connect and not feel so alone. When he was in the hospital, he was alone with Andrea most of the time, and so it was a really good way for him to connect and not feel so alone, and he needed that, and I think that's important, and I think it was really brave of him to do. So that is my talk about that. Like I said, I did not plan to even do it. I used my community tab to ask for prayers for her and for her family, but I did not want any kind of drama or attention or anything on my page over how I handled it. If I mispronounced a name, am I wanting attention? None of that. So, but I did just want to bring it up, and I wanted to point you guys in the direction of 2 other videos that I saw, Jay Morrell's and Home Educating the Mad Labs. So if you want to continue and, you know, hear ladies talk about her and just kind of celebrate her life. I feel like that's what everyone who is talking about her, we're celebrating her life. We're saying you matter, you were important, your family's in our hearts, you know, all of that. And we're kind of saying goodbye. So, you want to come sit with me, Mommy? Luna's over here with her giant teddy bear. Oh, Luna.
I'll drop it there.
So on a lighter note, my weekend to-do list, it's Saturday, and I don't think I have a single thing done. Well, I said that the one thing I wouldn't do on my list was the printer, and that's the thing I've done. So I got it hooked up, set up, ready to go, and me and the kiddos, I typed in fall coloring pages. So everyone's picking a coloring page to color. That'll be a good thing to do while I read our evening time read aloud. And I actually have worked, y'all are just watching my computer now, I have been working in my room, the den. So we're checking off 2 things, and I got my laundry done. So printer, laundry, den, not too shabby. Now we're going to print off these coloring sheets and take some baths and do some evening time read alouds.
Hi, y'all.